right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples of his younger brothers. And peace and blessings, salutations to the whole elect out there pushing his word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bashem Shai, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the whole elect of believers and listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashem Shai. All right, and what I want to get into this morning is dealing with, we're not seeking, all right, the validation of this world, because it comes a point in this truth, okay, when we, all right, don't care about the validation of this world. We come up in a culture, especially, the black culture, nigger culture, but westernization, all right, in general, okay, well, we're taught, to seek after the validation of this world. You go through school, trying to fit in, okay, be popular, have the clout, okay, in the neighborhood. You want the validation of, the older Jakes, okay, street Jakes. You see, you want the validation from the women, and as men, especially as men, we're taught to, pretty much conform who we are, all right, for the validation of the world, especially going into the validation of the woman, because you go into, nigger culture, a lot of it is based on being validated by the street nigger and the nigger woman, to where a lot of men sabotage or ruin themselves, seeking that validation, man. Okay, the nigger woman trying to get, validated by other women, okay, by certain men, that's popular. She want that validation from that popular group of men, okay? But as we come into this truth, man, we see that there's all foolishness, man. And we're not seeking to be validated, by anyone of this world. There's levels to this thing, because as the Lord has put the spirit on his men to go and teach his word, okay, and to edify, to build, this spiritual house, which is founded on Yahweh Shai. Okay, you see brothers going to all these different topics. You got brothers that's, real savvy with the herbs. Okay, brothers that's, into the history, brothers that's into all these different things. The economy, politics. Okay, and we don't need the validation of Esau's professionals, so-called professionals. Okay, his college professors. Okay, his doctors, you know, his theologians. We don't need the validation of the so-called experts of this world. No, we're validated by Yahweh by Shema Shai. And then we're part of something that was set up from the beginning. Okay? When it comes to what's right and what's wrong, we don't need to be validated by this world, because this world is completely wicked. Okay? This society is completely laden in wickedness, man. Okay? A Christian can't come to us, all right, as if they have some type of moral high ground. Okay? When you go into the origin of how Christianity was established in the earth, man, through complete slaughter, all right, rape and theft. Okay? And lies, man. Torture. Okay? You go into the Spanish Inquisition, and you see how, they tortured people that didn't believe in Christianity, man, that didn't profess Christianity, man. And here it is, we're just teaching the Bible. Okay, we're teaching righteousness, telling our people to put away idols, okay, and choose life, okay, a way to treat your brother, family, and order. See, we preach these things about order, structure, and life, and they make it seem like we got to prove to them, okay, that we're not what they say we are. Nah, man, it don't work like that, man. We're already validated in the heavens, man. Okay? So we're just going to continue to preach this word, and at the end, the Lord's going to validate his elect, all right, in the end of this thing, man. Okay? Against all accusations, false accusations, okay, against face that we're facing now, Yahweh Shema Al Shai is going to validate, the elect at the end of this thing, man. Okay? And that's the only thing that we're worried about. So when you go to validation, just to get a quick definition, okay, it says validation, this is a Google definition. It says the act of checking or proving the validity or accuracy of something. Okay? And see, we don't need, let's say, the theologians and so called biblical scholars of this world to prove how accurate we are when it comes to the scriptures, man. The Spirit validates us, man. Okay? The Spirit gives us accuracy, man. And you see now, a lot of people are watching the prophets and learning from the prophets, man. Okay? You'll be surprised that these different scholars and these different historians and, these different professors are watching and learning, man. Because the Spirit, all right, matter of fact, let's get there real quick. Um, I think that's in the book of First John. Unction. I think that's First John. Let me see. We did First John 2. All right, yep. So this is on the book of First John, chapter 2, verse 20. It says, "But ye have an unction from the Holy One, and ye know all things." Okay, let's read this in the NLT. "But you are not like that, for the Holy One has given you his spirit," and it says, "and all of you know the truth," man. So we have an unction from the Holy One where we know all things, man. When we go into these scriptures, okay, and we delve into, what's happening in the news and, the elites, and we can tie all these things together, man. We go into, these secret societies and witchcraft and the left hand. We go into the histories. We go into what's happening with the war. See, the Spirit allows us to tie all these things together, all right, into the truth, man. Okay? We don't need validation from, geopolitical analysts when we go into these things, man, because we have a viewpoint and a perspective, okay, an outlook that comes from the truth of the scriptures, man. So we filter all information through the scriptures. See, secular history lines up with the scriptures. We make the Bible, okay, is an overseer of all wisdom, okay, and the Bible has the last say so if something is true or not, man. Because you have a lot of conflict, and when you research particular things, there's conflicting stories, conflicting sources when it comes to certain, histories and, certain current events. Okay, and then but as we filter these things through the Bible, okay, as we as we filter these things through the Bible, all right, that's when the truth of the matter, okay, comes out, man. Okay, because you have these certain historians that are not into the Bible, and you can see they err. It's certain accounts in history where they really can't tap in because they err when it comes to the scriptures, man. And there's a lot of, when you study history, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of certain figures in history that are only mentioned in the Bible. You know, there are certain key things that historians have to go to the Bible because that's the only mention of certain figures and certain characters in history of the Bible. Okay, so at the end of the day, we're not here to be validated by the world. Okay, we're going to be validated from on high. Okay, the Spirit approves of the accuracy when we go into these breakdowns, man. Okay, not some theologian school, man. Goddamn online, okay, class at Phoenix University. Hell no, man. The Spirit gives us the oversight, okay, and the insight of what's the truth of the matter, man, when we go into these things, man. You know? So when you go back into validation, it says the action of checking or proving the validity or accuracy of something. Okay? It says the action of making or declaring something legally or officially acceptable. Okay? Because the things that we speak on, a lot of these things that the scriptures say, there are certain things that are in the law, okay, that we can't execute under this government. Okay, and we know that. All right, but in the government to come, we're going to be able to fully execute everything in the law. Okay, because not only with us, the things that we can keep, as far as the mixed garments and the mixed fabrics and you know, um, all the high holy days, that you can keep perfectly and keeping the Sabbath perfect. Okay, there's a lot of things that we can't do. You see, but then you go into the judicial part of the law where there's certain judgments that are supposed to be all right performed based in the law that we can't do. Okay, and this world looks at it as off. Okay, this society, Western culture look at it as off and cruel. Okay, but in the government to come, all right, these things are going to be the standard in the earth. So we're not here to enforce, okay, the laws of the Bible in the earth at this time. We rehearse the righteous acts and we implement as much of the laws we can in our day to day. Okay, but it's gonna be when Yahweh Shah brings that new government. Okay, the earth is gonna have to bow down. Okay, to the law, statutes, and commandments of the scriptures, man. Okay, and that's gonna validate and see. We're gonna see the benefits of the laws implemented in the earth, man. And that's gonna be the validation of what we've been speaking of the whole time, man. Okay, the earth is in error because of transgression, man. The people that rule the earth, all right, are known as what? The men of sin, Esau, Edom, the son of perdition. Okay, so when you go here to the book of what's this? Isaiah chapter 24. All right, this is the book of Isaiah chapter 24 and verse 4. It says, "The earth mourneth and faded away, the world languish and faded away. The haughty people of the earth do languish, man, and the earth is in a dying state." Okay, people are in a decaying state, man. The earth, everything is losing its strength. Okay, from the animals to the crops to the people themselves, everything is losing its strength, and it's for sure over here in America, man, because America is that sinful nation. Okay, sin is a sickness, man, that's plaguing the earth. You see, and what is sin? Transgression of the law. Okay, and when we bring out the law, this earth is offended. This society is offended, but this earth is suffering. This society, this same society that the law, they're suffering from the law not being in place. Okay, they're catching hell from the law not being in place. The same people that are offended at the laws of the Bible. Okay, verse 5, it said, "The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof." All right, and this begins with the elites, man. Okay, because the earth is given into their hand. They're responsible for the condition of the planet Earth, man. Okay, they're unwise rulers. You see, as the scripture say, an unwise king destroyed his people, and we're witnessing that real time. Okay, we're witnessing an unwise king wreak havoc on his people, man. Okay, the scripture tells you that the glory of a prince is a growing population. Okay, the glory of a prince is a growing population, man. I think that's in Proverbs. I read it the other day. You know, prince. Let me see. See, can we find it real quick? Yep, Proverbs 14 and 28. Proverbs 14 and 28. It says, "In the multitude of people is the king's honor, but in the want of people is the destruction of the prince." Okay, so you read this in NLT. A growing population is a king's glory. Okay, a healthy population, a thriving population is a king's glory. You don't want to oversee chaos and madness, man. But this Esau, he loves to operate from that format of chaos, madness, dysfunction, division, okay, death. He loves to operate in that fashion, man. But nah, man, the growing population means glory, man. You're supposed to want your population to flourish in righteousness, man. You're not supposed to be against big families. You're not supposed to be against healthy subjects, man. You're not supposed to purposely dumb down and make the people complete idiots, man, and reprobates, man. Okay, you want a thriving, intelligent, smart population, man, skillful population, man. Okay, self-sufficient, okay, population, man, where everyone benefits off the labor of everyone, man. Okay, and the skills of everyone. Everyone benefits, man. Okay, in society, all right, the 1% benefit off the other 99%. It's completely disorder, man. It's completely unrighteous, man. Okay, so read this again, Proverbs 14 and 28. A growing population is a king's glory. A prince without subjects has nothing, man. Okay, so here it is. We live in a society that thrives off the oppression. Okay, and the we live in a society where the rulership thrives off the oppression, okay, and the mistreatment, okay, of its subjects, man. Okay, here it is. We're in the kingdom that has a depopulation agenda. You see how wicked is that? Showing you that this is an anti-Messiah rulership. The Lord said, "Be fruitful and multiply." This man has an agenda to depopulate. Okay, this is a completely anti-Messiah society, man. Okay, from top to bottom. Okay, verse 5 it said, "The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinances, and broken the everlasting covenant, man, and broken the lasting covenant." Okay, so since laws have been transgressed, and transgress means to go beyond. So since this man operates, okay, a kingdom beyond or outside the boundaries of the laws, we see, okay, that the earth is completely defiled and the people languish, man. Okay, but in the kingdom to come, it's going to be the exact opposite, man. Okay, the law of Yahweh Bashem Al Shai is not a thing in this society, man. It's frowned upon. Okay, matter of fact, it go here. Because the Bible is a manual of how to run the earth, man. How to govern people, agriculture, economy, the law. The Bible goes into all of it, man. The Bible, okay, is a manual for righteous rulership. How to rule the earth in righteousness, man. Okay, when you really go into the Bible, all right. So when you go here to Psalms 119, okay, this is Psalms 119 and I think 126. All right, this Psalms 119 and 126. It says, "It is time for thee, Lord Yahweh Bashem Al Shah, to work, for they have made void thy law." Okay? It is time for Yahweh Bashem Al Shah to go to work in judgment because the society has made void his law. Okay? So we in a point now where Yahweh Bashem Al Shah is going to go to work in the earth, man. Okay? And their law is going to be established under the throne of David. Okay? And it's going to validate everything, all right, that we've been teaching, man. Okay? When the earth, all right, sees, the benefits of the law, it's going to validate everything that we've been teaching, man. We're going to be validated, in the short run, when these prophecies happen, when the economy collapses and shit hits the fan, okay? When this war really jumps off and the MOTB is mandated, we're going to be validated. And even going to the kingdom, man, the laws being implemented in the earth and the benefits of that order and that structure, okay? It's gonna just be constant validation, all right, for the men, okay, that the Lord put on the forefront, okay, to teach these things, man, to be the avant-garde, man, okay, because this truth has us ahead of our time, so that's why the validation comes later, because these people don't have the vision. One thing about the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, it gives us the vision to where we can literally see if these laws are in place, man, hey, things will be much better. Okay, showing you that we're not against the law. We just understand when it comes to our salvation, it's not based on perfection in the law, but the law itself is a wonderful thing, man. That's what's going to run eternity, man. That's what's going to be the structure for eternity. The basis of eternity is these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. Okay? And it's a balance to all these things. All right? So, reading this again, Psalms 119 and 126 in the NLT said, Lord, it is time for you to act. For these people, all right, for these evil people have violated your instructions, man. And these are the same people that parade themselves around as if they're some type of, the moral authority in the earth. Nah, man, you people are completely wicked. Okay? You got the Southern Poverty Act, lists, different hate groups. Here it is, the most hateful government to ever exist in the earth is uh, uh, pointing out who's the hate group. Okay? So it wasn't hateful to fill people with juice. It's not hateful to chemtrail. It's not hateful to put cancer causing, okay, chemicals, okay, into the food supply. That's not hateful, okay, to allow children to mutilate themselves, okay, hormone blockers, okay, those things are not hateful. You see, but these same people feel as if they're uh, in some type of position, okay, to tell you what's hateful or not, man. When this government has been completely wicked, okay, towards the inhabitants of the earth, man. This beast system has been completely wicked towards the inhabitants of the earth, man. You know, so let's go from there, and that's why in the kingdom to come. Let's go here, Isaiah 26. All right, this is Isaiah 26. All right, yeah, this is Isaiah 26 and 8, and I'll read this in the NLT. It said, Lord, we show our trust in you by obeying your laws. Our heart's desire is to glorify your name. This verse 9 in the KJV. With my soul have I desired thee in the night. Yeah, with my spirit within me will I seek you early. For when thy judgments are in the earth, the inhabitants of the world will learn righteousness, man. So when the Lord's judgments are in the earth, the inhabitants of the earth is going to learn righteousness, man. Okay? When Yahweh Shai comes and conquers the earth in righteousness and sets up his joint heirs with the power and authority in the earth, okay, to enforce righteousness, man, then the inhabitants are going to learn righteousness, man. Okay? Then we're going to see the restoration back to paradise, man, back to peace. There will be no need for wars, man, because the laws will be in place. The reason you have world wars is because this is an unlawful kingdom, man. Okay? Esau Edom is a man that doesn't even obey his own laws, man. You look into what these small hats are doing in America, how they get down. All right, they break all type of international laws, man. Okay, the Geneva Code, Geneva laws. Okay, he breaks all type of his own laws, man. This is why you see constant conflict from world war to divorce rates. Okay, because this is an unlawful society, man. Okay, so we don't need validation from these people. They don't got nothing figured out. Okay, look how this world operates. They don't have a damn thing figured out, man. From the elites, the mastermind behind this beast system, okay, to the nigga woman arguing on YouTube, they don't have nothing figured out. Okay, the straight niggas just walking around. Okay, these niggas popping up on TikTok saying we not the Israelite. We're not here to be validated by them. They don't have anything figured out. Okay, look at the results that they get. Look at their life decision making, the decision making in their life. Okay, they don't have anything figured out. Okay, so we're not here to be validated by them. Okay, the Lord's going to validate us, man. All right, in the times to come. Okay, so um, read this again. It says Isaiah 26:9. With my soul have I desired thee in the night. Yep, with my spirit with I will seek thee early. For when thy judgments are in the earth, the inhabitants of the world will learn righteousness, man. Okay, and that rod of iron is going to be enforced righteousness, man. It's going to be a rigorous, okay, rulership for that thousand, man, to instill righteousness in the earth, man. Okay, that's going to be, all right. The foundation of the kingdom is instilling righteousness in the earth, man, making righteousness the standard. Okay, because we see the results of straying away from it. Okay, absolutely terrible. Okay, now let's go from here because I say in the kingdom, it's going to be the exact opposite. Okay, this is Isaiah 2:1. It says, the word of Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and above all nations. It says, and above the hills, and all nations shall flow into it. Okay, so this is the government. Okay, the throne of David, Mount Zion, that eternal righteous government. Okay, and this is post World War III. Okay, and in this time, you think we're gonna be have to argue about who's the chosen people when the throne of David is established in the earth after Yahweh Shai has done everything that the Spirit had us to prophesy about? Okay, the earth has the world has bent the knee to Yahweh Shai and confessed Him as Lord. You think we're gonna have to argue back and forth with someone about who we are when we're changed to immortals? Okay, so we're going to be validated from on high, man. The validation of this world is not the target. Okay, that's why we're not with the gimmicks. Okay, we're not in the community. We're not here to be validated by no damn community, man. Okay, to be looked at as no celebrity on YouTube by a bunch of fanboys and silly women. That's not the validation we're seeking for, man. We're here for righteousness' sake, for truth's sake, man. The overthrow of a wicked government and the installment of a righteous government, man. Okay? We'll be validated then. Okay? It says, um, verse 3, it says, and many people shall go and say, come ye and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, Yahweh Shemal Shai, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us his ways, and we will walk in his path. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord, Yahweh Shemal Shai, from Jerusalem. Okay? So righteousness is going to flow from the government of Jerusalem, man. All right, Yahweh Shai and their governing body. Okay, and these nations, all right, are going to come. Okay, they're going to check in. All right, to get all right laced up with how with what's expected in righteousness of them, man. Okay, and they ain't gonna be on podcasts arguing about you know feminism and toxic masculine. No, man, we're not gonna be doing none of that, man. Okay, it's gonna be straight and direct. This the way. This it. Okay, this is how we move and going forward. Okay, this is the standard. This is what's expected. Okay, So all this madness, that's why we're not in the business of trying to convince anyone, okay? And we ain't in the business of making excuses, all right, for poor decision making, man, okay? Nah, let the filthy be filthy still. Let them niggas keep doing nigga things and getting nigga results, okay? Let the matriarch keep moving how they want to move and keep getting the results that they get, okay? Esau and the elites, they attempt to fight against prophecy. Let them keep going in their way, and we gonna see how it turned out. Okay, which we know how it turned out, man. Okay, everything is gonna go to Yahweh Shai. Okay, verse 4 says, "And he shall judge among the nations and shall rebuke." Okay, many people. Okay, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. Okay, and you read this in the NLT. The Lord will mediate between nations and will settle international disputes. They will hammer their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks, man. Yeah, so this weaponry that all these nations have will not be needed. Okay, they're gonna go back to being laborers, man. Okay, these nations are gonna go back to being that manual labor. Okay, they're gonna go back to their agriculture. You see, it's not going to go back into, all these nations having these different militaries and militias and proxy armies and mercenaries. Oh man, that's not going to be needed because the earth is going to be governed in righteousness, man. Okay? There's only going to be one authority in the earth, man. Okay? Yahweh Shai and the nation of Israel. Okay? Those chariots are going to be overseeing everything, you know? So these nations are not going to need weaponry for war, man. Nah, man. Everything is going to go back to a righteous order, man. All this land in the earth, hey, it needs to be worked. Okay? It needs to be tilled. It needs to be sown. The resources need to be extrapolated. Okay? So there's a lot of manual labor, okay, that's earth, man. And that's what the earth is going back to, man. Okay? And righteousness. All right? So let's go from there. Like I said, we're not here, because we have a witness. See, the scriptures testify of Yahweh Shai, and the scriptures testify of his men. Okay? That's why when you go here, and Yahweh Shai, he wasn't here for um, the validation of men. All right? That's why you read the book of Luke, chapter 16, verse 15. Um, Matter of fact, I started at 13. It's Luke 16 and 13. It says, "No servant can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve the Most High Mammon." So he was speaking in the vicinity of these scribes and Pharisees, wicked scribes and Pharisees, okay? The wicked leadership of the time. And he knew that they would hear them because they were serving the Roman government, okay? These wicked niggas were serving the Roman government, man. That whole Sanhedrin, um, Herod, all right, was they was Edomites, but you had Jake in cahoots with Herod. Herod was in cool with the Roman government, okay? And Jake was serving the interests of the Roman government for the payoff. Just like you have the big three today doing the same thing. IUIC, and Sakari. Okay, the big three. They're serving the interests of the government. The leadership of those men, of those groups, are serving the interests of the government, man. Okay, that's that old Sanhedrin coming back, man. Okay, they're religious. Those religious leaders set up by, all right, the Roman government, man. So Yahweh Shah was letting them know, look, you can't serve both. And Jake was trying to put on as if they were serving the Roman government and serving the Most High. No, man, you can't because of conflict of interest, man. Okay? Here it is, Yahweh Shai is coming to wage war, okay, against this government. But you serve this government, man. You, all right, working for the interests of this government, man, which Yahweh Shah is coming to destroy. Okay? So you can't serve both, man. In verse 14, it says, and the Pharisees also, who were covetous, okay, heard all these things, all right, and they um, derided him or scoffed him. Because you read in NLT, the Pharisees who dearly loved their money, all right, had all heard all of this and scoffed at him. Okay, verse 15, and he said unto them, ye are they which justify yourselves before men, but the Most High hearts. Okay, and a lot of these guys that you, especially of the big three, okay, a lot of these men, okay, that you see, but not only them, but Jake in the world, a lot of these people, certain people in the red pill, okay, environment, a lot of people are here to seek the validation of this world. Okay, when they hit the record button, you know, their whole one of their main objectives is to be validated by this society, man. We don't need that, man. That's why we're not limited in what we can and can't say. We're not worried about who offended, who feelings get hurt, who gets offended, how this makes the community feel, how this makes the nigga woman feel, how this, nah, man. Okay, we don't care, man. From the elites to Big Mama, we don't care about how it make anybody feel. Okay, this ain't what this is about. This is for righteousness' sake, man. We pray that you repent. We saying these things for the sake of repentance, man. And we're giving the instructions of righteousness, man. Because as we, through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Al Shai, chant and tear these things down, okay? As we chant these things down through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Al Shai, we're giving the instructions of righteousness, which is rebuilding. Because we're not just here tearing things down, okay? We're building in the spirit, edifying in the spirit, giving the instructions of what to do. As we condemn what not to do, we give the instructions on what to do, man. Okay? So this truth, it addresses the problem, but then it gives a solution. Okay? And it begins with us turning back to our power. Okay? It begins of us following, all right, the instructions in the scriptures, man. Okay? There's a certain order, certain protocol when you go into the scriptures that we are to be under, man. And we can go into those things. Verse 16 says, I'll read again. In chapter 6, Luke 16 and 15, and it says, and he said unto them, you are they which justify yourselves before men, but the Most High knoweth your hearts. For that which is highly esteemed among men is abomination in the sight of the Most High. Okay? So, the things that this world esteems is abomination. Okay? The things that are glorified and, worshipped and, looked at as great. The Most High completely despises this society, man. You get that in Psalm 73. Okay? It's Psalm 73 and 20. It says, as a dream when one awaketh, so, O Lord, when thou awakest, thou shalt despise their image. Okay? So it's likened unto as if the Lord, because when you're asleep, you're not responsive. And these devils have been going on pushing wickedness in the earth, and they haven't been judged. As if the Lord just has been unresponsive to what these devils has been doing. But since he raised up the prophet, hey, there was a sign that the Lord was awakening. Of course, sleep. And he's been watching everything, man. The Lord has all the receipts. That's why scripture say, hey, the Lord requires that which is past. Okay? So the Lord has all the receipts on the wickedness, man. Okay? But it was an appointed time. And when he will begin, all right, to start to move against the wickedness that Esau has established in the earth. Okay? So it's like as one that awakened. So now we're seeing the Lord being active. And it begins with him raising up the prophets to verbalize his displeasure against this current society, man. You know, the prophets are the forerunner before the Lord, all right, just spazzes out, man, before he just bring forth wrath. Okay, so the prophets have been raised up as a forerunner, okay, as a forewarning to tell you what's to come. We express the verbal anger of Yahweh Shemal Shah. You know, we express the Lord's anger verbally. You know, so that's why you see that sometimes be a spirit of anger on men, but that's the spirit of the Lord. Okay, that's on his prophets, man. Okay, we're just vessels, and the Lord uses us to express Himself in the earth, man. All right, because you know you can't talk directly to the Lord. Not gonna talk directly to the earth. Okay, no one would no one would you know uh, be able to survive, man. Okay, a direct rebuke from the Lord. No one would be able to survive that, man. Okay, you see, so we're those vessels as a filtering system that the Lord uses, all right, to rebuke the earth. Okay, and also to push correction to our people, the Israelites, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, and the Israelite foreigners whom look like, the other nations, okay? But their lineage goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man, okay? And then if you have, the Lord gives you the gift of faith to believe in His word, hey, you are of, lineage, all right, of promise, man, okay? So the Lord it has awakened and is now, all right, rebuking the earth, man. But in His mercy, He's also giving instructions of righteousness, man. Okay? But the Lord despises this current society, man. Okay? And that's why you go here. You see, this place is getting rebuked by the Lord. So here it is. This society is being rebuked by the Lord. So we don't, let's say, we don't look for this place to validate us, man. You're being rebuked. Esau, you're being rebuked, man. Okay? The Lord is against you, man. And everything that you've done and plan on doing, the Lord is against that, man. And every with him, the Lord, okay? And this is what we're expressing, man. Okay? So we don't need the validation of someone that the Lord is angry at, man. Okay? The Lord has us rebuking these people, man. Telling them what they're off on, man. And then we still go through self-correction, you know? We still, get rebuked, okay? Certain things that happen in our day to day, man, the Lord, okay, rebukes us, and we self-examine. We are on the constant correction, man. You know, what the Lord has given particular men the authority, all right, hey, to put rebuke in the gate, man, to put correction in the gate. Okay, this is going to um in fact, let's get to the Psalms real quick. The other one come to this is the book of Psalms, all right, chapter 50 and verse 16. And this is calling out the wicked, man. Okay, the scriptures are calling out wickedness, man. Okay, it's not wickedness can't call out the scriptures. The scriptures is calling out wickedness, man, not the other way around. Okay, this is Psalms 50 and 16. It says, "But unto the wicked, the Most High said, What hast thou to do to declare my statutes, that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth, seeing thou hast seeing that thou hatest instructions and casting my words behind thee." Yeah, man. So you devils, okay, know you hate the instructions of the scriptures, but they put this pretend, especially lately with Trump, now, okay, you have Make America Christian again. You have that kick out there, okay, as if this is just some, you know, no, man, this place was established, okay, on wickedness, man, on witchcraft, Christianity was a decoy. Okay, why? Because the higher up you get in society, the less Christian it gets, so-called Christian it gets. The higher up you get into society, the less Christian and more directly satanic it gets. Which Christianity it has satanic fundamentals. When you go into the tenets of Satanism, and you go into the ideology of this modern, all right, satanic Christianity, it's the same tenets, man. Where your emotions are above the word, okay, where uh, 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 you know you as an individual or a God or an entity to yourself. That's the same tenets of Christianity, man. When you go into it, okay. So this whole kick, all right, or this false, Christianity, or this, as if it's something of righteousness. No, it's completely wickedness, man. Because most society, all right, when you start bringing out the instructions of the Bible, you start bringing out laws and precepts and concepts and the cultures, you go into the customs and manners of the scriptures, these people will be completely offended, man. Okay? The majority of the earth is offended at the Bible. You see? And especially Esau, Edom, the wicked. There's no one that's more anti-Messiah and against the righteousness of the scripture than Esau, Edom, man. Okay, including Donald Trump. He's an anti-Messiah. He's not the antichrist, because antichrist is a spirit. Okay, and the masses of the people are under that vibration of anti-Messiah. Okay, so here it is. This anti-Messiah society feels that we need to be validated by them. Nah, man. Okay, coming trying to do an interview. And we don't need to do no interview. We don't need to debate you. Okay, you people are wrong. According to the scripture, you people are off, man. That's the stance. Okay, and if you're an Israelite, we're giving you the instructions to fix it. Okay, it says, I jumped to 20. It says, thou sittest and speakest against thy brother, and thou slanderest thy own mother. Okay, because Esau in his rulership, all he's done is make Jacob to be the villain. Okay, here it is, a people, that he went and captured. Okay, brought over here to the Americas. Okay, then before that, you had the conquistadors come from the other side of the earth to a people that was no threat to them. All right, and conquer, destroy, break. All right, murder, pillage, enforce. Okay, Roman Catholicism with the sword. Okay, torture people into Roman Catholicism. You see, but now, all right, suddenly these people are the villain and the savages. Okay, and he's always been at war with Jake. All right, when Jake, got off the plantations and Jake started to build their own communities. The one thing Jake didn't do, Jake didn't build no military. Jake was just thriving. The men were skilled men. Carpenters, doctors, lawyers, journalists. Okay, physicians. Okay, farmers. Engineers. You see, Jake was into those things. Jake men became skillful in those things. Okay, you had the woman in order. All right, and Jake had just started having thriving communities. What Esau do, he bombed. Okay, well he put them underwater. You know, it's a 16-minute documentary about those underwater black communities, man. Okay, and then eventually, what did he do? He brought the feminist movement in. He incentivized not having a man in the house. Okay, then the 80s came. He dropped all right the crack. Where there was chemical warfare. Then he brought the enchantments of the gangster music. Okay, trickling to what we see today, which at the end of the day, Jake is off for continued and forward in the madness, especially since we know all this information is out, you know, and our people that still forward the madness of these enchantments, okay, they're guilty as well, okay? But the fact that Esau, he orchestrated all this, and then he tries to point out, okay, or tries to market Jake as just it being this natural villain, have a hand into it. Nah, man, cause Jake not naturally like we see the majority of Jake how they are, um, you know, cause you have, nigga woman way out of her element, and she has produced, okay, a generation of beasts. These niggas and these little thoughts and hot girls of today, they come from the matriarch, man. This is not how Jake is naturally, man. This is a product of enchantments, okay? And then Esau, he markets that to the world like this is just how they naturally are. Like he didn't play a major part in this, man. Okay? Like he didn't create those environments for Jake to turn out this way. Okay? Nah, man. So this man, he slandered their own mother's son. Okay? So he creates all this madness in the background, these environments, and these ideologies that Jake destroys himself with. Okay? And this is the thing, we're telling you what's happening, Jake. Not to let Jake off the hook neither, because this is the time everybody accountable, man. Esau and you Israelites and you don't come out that bullshit, you gonna be judged too, man. See, this is urgent, man. We not in time to pamper you and give you a crutch to lean on. Nah, man. We know what it is, so we have a time to where, hey, we know, okay, Jake do need mercy, and this the mercy, the teaching. The Lord raised up prophets to teach you, man. That's the mercy. Okay? No, we don't have time to come cook for you, man. And kumbaya with you, man. No, you better get right. Okay? And we telling you what this man is about, what he's done, what he's doing, and what he's gonna do, man. Okay? And you sit there and play victim, okay? In this day, you're done. But we understand, all right, Jake, we have been a victim to psychological warfare, chemical warfare, financial warfare, systemic racism. Okay? And we go into these things, man. But now that the Lord has risen up prophets to where you have men and women that come from them environments that have repented and converted to righteousness, man. Okay, there's no cloak, there's no excuse for our people to continue on in what they're doing. Okay? And you're not innocent in the way that our people are, man. You played a part in that. Okay, see the prophets are here to call out all parties, man. When you go back to the garden, calling out the serpent, Eve, and Adam. All right, he got on the serpent, he addressed Eve, and he addressed Adam, man. He addressed everybody. The prophet that was sent in the garden. All right, you see, and this is what the prophets do. Now we showing everybody their accountability, man. In this thing, man. We have to take our accountability, man. Okay? But as the Lord has made us accept our accountability, we've repented. Okay? And we're repenting and striving in righteousness, man. He set up particular men to set up to set rebuke in the gate. Correction, man. Rebuke for you heathens, and rebuke and correction for Jake. Okay, verse 21 said, "These things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes." Okay? So the Lord is using his men that he's putting in order to reprove these devils, man. So while we're being restored back to righteousness, the Lord gave us the authority to reprove these devils while we're being rehabilitated, man. You know? So the Lord is setting us in order, and we're proving these devils, man. You know, so we're being set in order. The Lord is doing the mighty work amongst His believers, those that believe, man. Okay. So going back to, we don't need the validation of these people, man. We don't need the validation of these devils, man. Because Jake don't feel like they're certified unless they got some type of validation from these devils, man. You know, Jake complaining about the Oscars and Grammy, you know, on black films and black this and black Hollywood. We don't need these devils validation, man. Okay? No, man, the most high quality men on earth are Israelite men, and the Israelite men in the truth are the most high quality men in the earth, man. And that's why it's such a privilege to be around these men, you know, to be in counsel with these men. Okay? We don't need certificates and validations from Esau's professors and theologians and his doctors and all, man. Okay? We're sons of God. Okay? Our validation comes in the heavens, man. Just says, matter of fact, and it came back around. That's why I'm going to get St. John as a spirit. All right, St. John 5, you know, just as Yahweh shot. Okay? This is St. John 5 and 33. It says, St. John 5 and 33, I read it in NLT. This Yahweh shot speaking. It says, in fact, all right, you sent investigators to listen to John the Baptist, and his testimony about me was true. Of course, I have no need of human witnesses, but I say these things so that ye might be saved. Okay, because John was a witness, all right, of Yahweh Shai and what he was coming to do. Okay, I was like, I didn't need human witnesses. Okay, but that was for your salvation. You know, that John the Baptist, you know, was in that lot to prepare the way, to prepare the minds to accept the minds of Israelites to accept the coming of Yahweh Shai, just as we're in their stead now. You know, we continue on in the legacy of John the Baptist, which, you know, he came back as El Abba Bivens in this time, and that represents the opening of the mouth of the prophets. You know, as Eliashua Wumba, you know, he goes into the story dealing with the birth of John, how his father, you know, mute, he couldn't talk until John was born. Okay, and um, when John was born, he went into the spirit. You know, he prophesied a heavy prophecy, man, a prophecy that we, you know, teach with. Okay, and it represents the opening of the mouth of the prophets, man. Okay, so Ella Bivens in this time, that's when the prophets' mouths were open. Okay, and began to prepare the minds of the elect for the coming of Yahweh Shai, the second coming, man. All right, when he's coming to conquer. Okay, he was coming to be a sacrifice. He came to teach and be a sacrifice. But in this time, he's coming to conquer, man. Okay, and this is what we're preparing the minds of Israelites for now. A Yahweh Shai the conqueror, man. All right, he came as a lamb. Now he's coming as a lion, and this is what we're preparing the followers of Yahweh Shai for in this time, man. Okay, matter of fact, let's get that real quick, because when um, John, okay, was born, all right, it's the book of Luke, chapter 1. Matter of fact, let's just go to it. Let's get that account. All right, so this is Luke 1 and 59. It says, and it came to pass that on the eighth day they came to circumcise the child, and they called him Zacharias after the name of his father. And his mother answered and said, not so, but he shall be called John. All right. which is Yakanan, all right, or Yakanan, which is the grace of Yahweh. You know, Yahweh has graced, you know, because John was going to bear witness of the Lord's grace, which was Yahweh Shai. Okay? And it says, and they said unto her, there is none of thy kindred that is called by this name. And they made signs to his father how he would have called him. And he asked for a writing table and wrote, saying, his name is John. And they marveled also. The father agreed. Talk, all right? And his mouth was open immediately, and his tongue loose, and he spake and praised the Most High. So his tongue was loose at the birth of his son. And and fear came on all that dwelt round about them, and all these sayings were noised about abroad throughout all the hill country of Judea, because it was known for months he wasn't able to say anything, man. Okay? And all that heard them laid them up in their hearts, saying, what manner of child shall this be? And the hand of the Lord was with him. Okay? So at the birth of John, all right, his father, which was made mute or dumb, okay, was loosed. Okay, so John's birth represented the opening of the mouth of the prophet, the prophets being set loose, okay, in the earth, man. Okay, so this is a high spiritual thing that we're a part of, man. Okay, so a nigga, okay, you know, a nigga with a black and mild, we don't need that nigga validation, man. Okay, a penniless nigga at the gas station with a black freaking a black, we don't need that nigga validation, man. Okay, a nigga woman on the internet saying what a man should be. We not here for their validation, man. You see, this is a highly spiritual thing that we're a part of. Okay, this is because then you go into the prophecy that he went into when his mouth was loose. Okay, this is Saint John 1:67. It said his father Zacharias was filled with the Holy Spirit and prophesied, saying, blessed be the Lord power of Israel, for he have visited and redeemed his people. Okay? And he hath raised up a horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which since the world began. Okay? So he going back to even from the beginning, because it said even Enoch prophesied about, okay, the coming of the Lord. Okay? He seen the Lord with a thousand of his chariots. You see? It's that's in the book of Jude. You know? Because this thing is all about the build up to Yahweh Shai. Alright? As a matter of fact, let's just get that, man. We just rolled in the spirit. Okay? This is mm, let me find this in the book of Jude, chapter 1. Alright, St. Jude 1 and 4. It says, and Enoch also, going back to the beginning, all right, the seven from Adam, okay, the seven generation from Adam, prophesied of these, saying, behold, the Lord cometh with 10,000s of his saints, and those are the chariots. Okay, so Enoch saw a vision of Yahweh Shai invading the earth, and this time, it was way back at the beginning. Okay, so what we're speaking on, what we're a part of, is something that was set in motion from the beginning. Okay, it doesn't need the approval of this modern society, the validation of this modern, dumbed down, all right, stupid ass society, man. The beloved brother Priest Tazamat, okay, in Memphis, he had coined the term, he said in a lesson a while back, okay, you people's faith is not required. Okay, your faith is not necessary for these things to take place. Okay, for the Lord's will, okay, to be established in the earth. All right, your faith is not necessary. Okay, your faith isn't required. You see, so what we're speaking on is things that was prophesied back in the time of Genesis, man. Okay, so as we're here in 2024, going to 2025, these things are already in motion from the beginning. And this is what we're speaking on, man. Okay, so Enoch, all right, he saw, okay, the what? The invasion of Yahweh Shai and the chariots, man. He saw Revelation 19 and 11, through 15. Okay? Enoch saw Isaiah 63 and 1. Okay? So what we're speaking on is things that were set up from the beginning. And now we're in a time of heavy prophecy being fulfilled. Okay? So you go back to Luke just to finish it out. All right, Luke chapter 1, verse 70. It says, and as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began, that we saved from our enemies and from the hand that all that hate us, man. And who is our arch enemy? Esau, Edom. These other nations as well. And right now, 2/3. Okay? So here it is. All right. These people are enemies of Yahweh Bashim al Shai. We don't need the validation of the enemies of the Lord. They're the enemies of the Lord. Okay? They have way bigger things to worry about than us seeking their validation, man. All right, they're finna deal with the wrath of the Lord. All right, directly, man. Okay, from the time of collapse, the time of tribulation, all the way up into the nukes, man, and the coming of Yahweh. Okay, verse 72, to perform the mercy promised to our fathers and to remember his holy covenant, the oath which he swore to our father Abraham. Okay, well, you know that their promise is only for their particular lineage, man. Okay, at the end of the day, we don't have to get the approval of an Edomite Christian to say, okay, y'all the people. Nah, man, we get validation in the scriptures. The scriptures validate us, man. Okay? Well, I say it's a waste of time to debate a Christian on whether or not we're Israelites or not. An Edomite Christian. Okay? A nigga Christian in general, man. It's a complete waste of time. The scriptures are telling us who we are. They're telling us who the promise is for, man. That's all we need. Okay? So if you don't believe that, okay, that's on you. Okay? It's on us, man. Like we gotta sort out the internal conflict that they have within themselves about us being us, man. No, man. Okay? I'm gonna see a lion argue with okay, a lion arguing with a skunk about, if it's a lion or not, man. Okay? Let's go let's go back here to St. John chapter 5. All right. St. John chapter 5, verse 33. It says, I started at 30, I started at 36. It's St. John 5 and 36. It says, but I have a greater witness than that of John, for the works which the Father hath given me to finish, the same works that I do bear witness of me that the Father hath sent me. So the power that he had to do miracles, man, the ability that he had to navigate through the scriptures was a token that he was sent by the Father. Okay? And the Lord gave him, all right, those gifts and that power as a witness. That was the witness. Okay? That was the token. That was the sign. Okay? So if Jake didn't believe that witness, that the power that the Lord was giving, okay, then there was nothing else to be done. Okay? So Yahweh Shah was validated by the Father, and niggas still didn't believe. Okay? Just as the prophets are validated by Yahweh Bashim Al Shah, and the most of our people don't believe. Okay? We're not here to get their validation and then they gonna believe. No. If they don't believe based off the witness, okay, that the spirit is showing the fact that we're able to go into prophecy and break these things down. Okay, all the mysteries that have been hidden for ages that the scriptures say are now being made plain via YouTube. Okay, that's a witness within itself. Okay, verse 37 it says, "And the Father himself, which have sent me, have borne witness of me. You have neither heard his voice at any time, nor seen his shape. And you have not his word abiding in you, for whom he have sent him you believe not. Search the scriptures, for in them you think you have eternal life, and they are they which testify of me." Okay, so Yahweh Shah was letting them know, look at my life. He was born in Bethlehem of the line of King David. Okay, you see, he went into Egypt. He had to come out of Egypt, fulfilling prophecy. Okay, and then as he grew, he was, when he was 12, he went into the temple. They was amazed at his understanding of Scripture. Okay, and then as he grew into his ministry, he was doing miracles, teaching, breaking down, okay, the Bible. He didn't go to it. He wasn't part of the Sanhedrin, okay, that school, you will go to get certified by, those elders, okay, and those chief priests in the law. He didn't go through that process, man, but he was able to confound them. All those things was a sign. Just as you see brothers able to confound, these people that come up, okay, or do a response video and break down, okay, and confound, these off doctrines. Okay, Yahweh Shah was doing the same thing. There was the witness. Okay, there was the Lord validating Yahweh Shah just as he validates us now by us being able to do these things, man. Okay, to make the wisdom of this world look foolishness, man. Yahweh Shah was doing that. Because those men that went to those schools, those part of the Sanhedrin, they was looked at, okay, as holier than thou. They was looked at these great, intellectual, smart, and divine men, and Yahweh Shah was confounding them, man. Just as the things that this world held in great esteem, and these mega churches and these mega pastors, and you know, thought these men were just on another level, man. Okay, but then the spirit came into the Lord's men, and these things started being confounded, man. That's the witness, man. That's the mighty works that the Lord can take men, unlearned men, okay, and make them the authority in the scriptures, man. Okay, just as he did Yahweh. So that's the witness. So if Jake don't get that witness, it ain't nothing that can be told to Jake, man. You see, St. John 10, and it got to the point where Jake, these niggas were frustrated, man. St. John 10, and I started 22. It said it was at Jerusalem, the feast of dedication, and it was winter. Okay, and Yahweh Shah walked in the temple in Solomon's porch. They were still keeping the feast of dedication. Okay, and you know that the Apocrypha, okay, aligns with, you know, the regular scriptures, man. Okay, the rest of the Bible. And it says, because it's part of the Bible, and Yahweh Shah walked in the temple in Solomon's porch. Then came the Jews round about him and said unto him, How long dost thou make us to doubt? If thou be Hamashiach, tell us plainly. Okay, if thou be the Messiah, tell us plainly. Yahweh Shah answered them, I told you, and ye believe not. The works that I do in my Father's name, they bear witness of me, but ye believe not because you are not of my sheep, as I said unto you. Okay? So there's a lot of people, they're just not of the sheep. All right? So we're not here to get their validation. You're not of the sheep. Okay? It's the fact that the Lord put the Spirit on particular men to go into these things and expound on these things and to break these things down and uh, confound the wickedness of this world. Okay? The exposure that's coming out. That's the witness. You see? And Jake wants something miraculous. Okay? They want brothers to be able to shoot fireballs and okay, touch a random homeless person and they just get, get better, brothers' hands glowing as they touch the random homeless person and they begin to walk and, you know, they become young again. Nah, man, the witness is, okay, these men, these unlearned men, okay, are able to confound the world from the top scholars to the elite bankers, okay, to all these random, straight niggas on TikTok or whatever. Everyone is being confounded by this ministry, man. And that's the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah doing. Once them I told you, and you believe not. The works that I do in my Father's name, they bear witness of me. But you believe not because you are not of my sheep. And as I said unto you, man. So we don't. It's not uh, uh, you know, we don't have to make this thing complicated. As we teach this word, as we teach sound doctrine, see, it's on us to teach sound doctrine, man, and be consistent with it. Constantly going into these scriptures, bringing out this word, going into, you know, different things, going into the news and prophecy. And, every brother got their gift, but brothers just maximizing their gift and teaching sound doctrine consistently, man. Okay? And if it's meant for them to get it, they're going to get it. But if it's not, there's nothing we can do or say. So we're not overly concerned with who's not getting it, man. Okay? We're not concerned with our popularity percentage amongst the world. We don't care about that. We don't care about who's offended, who feels a certain type of way. You know? That's not a concern of ours, man. You see? So it says, my sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me, and I give unto them eternal life, and they shall never perish, neither shall any man pluck them out of my hand. All right? So the sheep of Yahweh Shai, they hear his voice. Okay? The true believers, they hear, okay, like this is something else. When we heard this ministry and we heard brothers going into this thing, it was like this something else. All we needed was the word. Like we didn't need any gimmicks. We didn't come in off gimmicks, man. We came in off hearing this word, okay, and being in awe at the understanding that was coming out, man, the edification that was coming out, man. You know, that's how we was brought into this thing, man, and that's how the elect are brought in, man. Okay, through just this word being preached and broken down, man. Okay, prophecy, man, going into, you know, all the different aspects of the scriptures, man. Okay, exposing the lies of what we thought was right. You see, we weren't looking for, you know, like I say, we wasn't trying to make the prophets be validated by us, man. Nah, man, we seen like, nah, this is something. It's something with these men. It's something to these men. Okay, to like we heard this word and we became obsessed with this word, man. You see. So at the end of the day, let's go here. Um, let's get this in Romans 8 chapter. It's the book of Romans, chapter 8 and verse 28. And it says, and we know that all things work together for good to them that love the Most High, to them who are called according to his purpose, to them that are called according to his purpose, man. And everything is working in our favor, man. Everything that we see playing out in the earth, okay? Everything, all right, um, that we see playing out internationally, locally, domestically, everything is playing out in our favor, man, because the elect have a victory, man. The elect have a victory in this thing, and everything is working towards the victory of the elect in this time, okay? And it was all set up from the beginning as you read on. For whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his son, that he might be firstborn among many brethren. Yeah, so we're being conformed, okay, to become um like Yahweh, okay? And we're not here because this world is not going to validate Yahweh, because they're offended at Yahweh, because Yahweh comes in the volume of the book, and the majority of the earth is offended at this book, man. Okay, so we're not here, okay, to be validated by this world, okay, because we're conforming. Our focus is conforming to Yahweh, which is gonna make us hated by this world. The exact opposite, okay. But when Yahweh comes, that's gonna be the validation, man. Okay, when men are changed, okay, the believers are changed, okay. When there's a standard lifted up, even before the chairs, when there's a standard lifted up, okay, certain men get powers, man. That's going to be the validation, man. Okay, so there's people that's not meant to get this, okay, and nothing we can say, we can't put a perfect lesson together, okay, and it's going to catch their attention. Nah, man, okay, what the elect, they see that this is something different, okay. But at the end, the Lord's going to validate, okay, the believers, man. All right. That's why you read verse 30. Moreover, whom he did predestinate, them also he called. Whom he called, them also he justified. Okay. And whom he justified, them he also gathered. Okay. So you go into this word justified. See? And, it's Strong's G1344, 144. All right, it says to render righteous, and the Greek word is dikaio, okay, and it says to render righteous, or such he ought to be, to show, exhibit, all right, events one to be righteous, such as he is and wishes himself to be considered, all right, to declare, to pronounce one to be just, righteous, or such as he ought to be. So in this world, how we live, our belief system, what we stand for, you know, our principles, our values, is strange to this world. Okay? But the Lord is going to show that this is how we ought to be. And the Lord shows us personally that, hey, this is how we ought to be, man. There's no doubt that this is how we ought to be. And this society is strange. All right, the way that we move as men, okay, because this world, wants men to just be trodden down, defeated, okay, just a doormat, but they still want the perks, all right, that the man offers, but they want men to be doormats, not to have an opinion about anything, not to stand for anything, okay. But how we are is completely opposite of how this world requires us to be, but it's aligned with the righteousness of Yahweh Bashim Shah, okay. Even you women, the way you women are, all right, the way you sisters are, man, you sincere sisters, man, okay, they're serious about this thing, okay. The way that you move, okay, is against how the world wants women to be, okay. But like I said, the Lord just has us ahead of our time. But we're going to see in the future that, hey, You sister was right on point to what the Lord wanted wanted us to be like, man. Wanted you to be like, you know, the way that you're starting to think, the way that you're starting to operate. Well, that's how the Lord always wanted you to operate. You see, and as men and women, we're both coming into our lot how we ought to be. You know, the Lord is going to show that look, the way that they're acting is how everyone should be. This is how, this is what righteousness looks like. Okay, so the Lord has us, you know, on the forefront of righteousness, man. Okay, and into this world a little strange, but in the near future it's going to be the normal thing. Okay, it's going to be the standard. All right, and it's going to be the Lord that's going to validate all that, man. You know, so yeah, man, we're not here to seek, you know, the world's validation, man. Okay, our validation comes from on high. You know, and if people can't see it, it ain't meant for them, man. Okay, so that's the point. You know, Lord will you brothers, all right, and you sisters were edified once again, and give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakadash, and double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers. And peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful Shalom.